And another 6 o'clock game. We have the Battle of the Trash Cans, and that's Florida State and Clemson. Now, we threw this on here as a game to do and talk about. It's kind of a joke, in a sense of loser must fire head coach because they're just dumpster fires right now. Obviously, we know that that's not going to happen. That's a caveat. It's just a play on words, what have you. But when you looked at this game preseason and even after week one, and even though Clemson lost against LSU in week one, it was a hard fought game. And even then, we thought, wow, LSU's a really good football team and Clemson's really good. That was a great classic game. Um, oh, wow, have they gone just downhill? How times have changed in a sense where we've got 4-4 Florida State and 3-5 Clemson playing in a game where Clemson's favored by 2.5 points at home, but Florida State has a 53% chance to win.
Yeah, this is crazy that we're sitting here in this situation right now. Like, I'm with you when Clemson narrowly lost at home to LSU and Florida State beat Alabama. I was like, man, that game on November 8th is going to be huge between Florida State and Clemson in
Mm-hmm.
terms of who's going to, have a chance to play Miami in the ACC title game. And I remember the talk was like, man, the big three are finally doing what they got to do in the ACC. And now here we are on November 8th, and the top five teams in conference standings are Virginia, Georgia Tech, Pitt, Louisville, MU.
Yeah.
And number six is Duke. Like the top six in the ACC don't feature Miami, Florida State, or Clemson at all. Florida State and Clemson are so far down the list, it's not even funny.
Cal is above them in the ACC
Yeah.
rankings.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is it's I don't get how we've gotten to this point with these programs. This isn't like you're Florida State and Clemson. You're the premier football brands of the ACC. You view yourself so good that you're trying to figure out how to leave the ACC because they're so beneath you. Like that, I mean, that's the reality. That's what we've spent. Let's talk the game. Look, Florida State, their issue when I watched them play is that they don't have a connective thread that holds them together. They play like a team of mercenaries because that's really kind of what they are. And so that's how they can take a Wake Forest team who is really, really good or kind of good and just obliterate them. That's how they take an Alabama team way better than them and beat them in week one because they were just super dialed in. But that's also how they choke massively and lose to Stanford, right? What's going on with Clemson's different. That program feels dead inside.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like they have no heart. Like they're just tired. They're just tired. And for me, that's the difference in the game. I like Florida State to come in and win. Like it's yeah, they're playing inconsistent. They're playing like a team without an identity, without a philosophy that guides them. They're just a lot of talented dudes on a team with a logo on their helmet. But Clemson feels like a man walking through a desert with no soul left. Like they just want to die. They're begging to die. And so I think Florida State wins in just an ugly football game that no one wants to watch, but you're going to watch it anyway, kind of like a car crash. Uh, Give me Florida State to get the win.
Yeah, Clemson looks disinterested in playing football. Dabo Swinney looks disinterested in finishing out this year. So it's going to be interesting to see what Clemson does with him. And it's not a sense of Like, he's one of a few head coaches left coaching that's won a national title, so let's not forget that. However, you've got to keep up with the times, and I think that's what's inevitably going to catch up with Dabo Swinney, to where there's going to be a mutual parting of ways between these two. And if that's the end of this year, that's very possible. I mean, they're 3-5. If they lose this game, they go to 3-6. I mean, that you just can't do that, man. At Clemson, you just after you made the playoffs, like you can't do that. And here we are, like you said, it's been a downfall. Now it's been a slow downfall for Clemson, in a sense of yes, they made the playoffs last year, but when you look at their loss total number, it's incrementally gotten more and more over the past 5 years. But this is a dramatic drop off between last year and this year. So that curve looks sort of like this, and then bam, that's just what it looks like. And that's what's happening with Clemson. Florida State, though, Mike Norvell's not the guy. He's just not the guy. Going in and filling an entire roster of transfer portal kids is not the move. This is a battle of we only use the transfer portal and love it, and we don't use the transfer portal and hate it. That's what this is. This is a battle of the two extremes, and the where you have to be in college football is right in the middle. You got to be right in the middle, and
Leaning
this is
one
where
way
we
or the
flip.
other based on like your program size, right?
Right.
Like a Georgia, you're gonna build with high school talent and supplement. And
Correct.
this, you're gonna get high school talent, but lean a little heavier on.
Correct. Yeah. So you got the two extremes here. I'm with you. I've seen Florida State play better football recently than Clemson. So give me Florida State to win as well. And I think if Clemson starts off the first 9 games of the year 3-6, I don't know if Dabo makes it to the end of the year. I think there's going to be a mutual parting of ways.
Yeah, it's crazy that we're at that point too. Like,
Yeah, and it.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
If 2010 was the slow build of Clemson, right, to being what they were in the mid 2010s, the 2020s has been the slow downfall. And I feel like now we're just looking at we've been saying it for a couple years now that Clemson looks like they're dying. They're dead.
Yeah.
They're dead.
They've officially hit the bottom. And that's actually insane to me that teams the like of Cal, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech, Pitt, Virginia are ahead of them in the standings. And they're tied with Stanford. Tied with Stanford, who does not even have a real head football coach right now.
What, they're better than Virginia Tech and that's it?
So currently, they're better than North Carolina, Florida State, Syracuse, and Boston College.
So they're not even above Virginia Tech?
No.
What?
Virginia Tech's 2-3 in the conference.
Okay, and then even one of those teams that you're above, you lost to them.
Uh-huh.
They beat you.
Uh-huh.
This is bad, man. I knew it was bad, but this is like bad.
Yeah. Yeah. They're tied with Stanford, North Carolina, Florida State, Syracuse, and Boston College are all the ones that are at or below them in the conference. Cal is above them, Wake Forest is above them, NC State, Virginia Tech, Miami, Duke, SMU, Louisville, Pitt, Georgia Tech, and Virginia. It's a sad state of affairs.
Did they beat South Carolina at the end of the year?
No. I don't think they win a game going at brother. Like from what I've seen, and I don't just mean like on the field. I mean off the field with Dabo Swinney's interviews, Cade Klubnik's interviews, players talking. They don't care.
Yeah, they look dead. They look.
They don't care. So they've got Florida State this week. Then they
Yeah,
play Louisville.
that's a loss.
Well, okay, and then they play Furman. That's a win. And then they have South Carolina.
And they gotta be. They're gonna win 3 of these games like a bowl game.
Yeah.
They have to beat Florida State and South Carolina.
Yes.
Because you're not beating Louisville. Jeff
No.
Brom at Louisville, they're going to consistently be top 5 in the ACC as long as Jeff Brom's there. Oof.
It's a tough scene in Clemson, South Carolina.
Probably.
The likes of which it's been a while. So I feel sorry.
They won their second title in 3 years.
Yep. It's a sad state, man. I feel bad for them, but hey, that's all we've got here at Three Bowl Takes for Week 11. I'm glad that we finished it off there in what is just a toilet bowl of a football game between two dead programs. But if you like what you heard and saw, leave us a like, subscribe, stick around a little bit. I'm Freddie. I've been joined by Quinn. We're Three Bowl Takes, do college football videos every single week. 6, 7, 8, 9 of these things every week. So let us know down below where we're wrong, where we're right, and we'll see you guys next time.